We continue driving the fairly unknown river trail route at Moegatle. Waterfall Rock proved to be a front and rear locker obstacle. It's a scenic drive where we have to cross huge rock on our way to the riverbed, where we aim to cross various difficult obstacles in the river. We have a very intense debate about fitting lockers or not to our open axle vehicles. If you like our videos and would like to be associated with our production, contact us for sponsorship on 079 937 665. We just left a place called the Waterfall. It's a rock surface where you probably have to be twin lock. It was fairly dry today, but yet we struggled with the open axles. Like, seriously. And here's a section where it's a little bit tricky. We travel further towards the river and encounter various interesting obstacles on our way.
Fantastical! We get over it.
Where you've got a cross axle to where you need to. That cross axle perfectly illustrates what happens with the open axle setup on the cruiser.
This is the problem. Mikey, I think we stop here in a little road, wait for the herbs to catch up with us.
Yes, I think we can just go on a little bit further than the place for them to look in it more. I think it's an interesting one, that.
Now don't tell me that wasn't nice.
No,
That was lekker.
Nino with his twin-locked Hummer, although the vehicle with the least clearance breezed through as the lockers helps with grip equally to all four wheels. Even the rear-locked Hummer makes it easy as grip in both rear wheels proves that traction wins every time. The traction control on the Jimny works well after a little bit of grinding here and there. The rest of the Hummers follow and finds the obstacle a feather in the wind as they easily go over with little stress.
another section of the river here where there's potential for multiple lines. I've decided I'm going to take a nice little tricky one around the tree here.
We like learning our car's capability by driving the more extreme lines, as Anthony illustrates here. 33-inch tyres on the cruiser make it a fair bit lower than the Patrol, but I follow suit in ants tracks. With the right rear wheel in free run, the lack of rear locker causes the cruiser to stand dead in its tracks. The clearance caught me out as I negotiate different options to get through the big rock hidden in the water and grass. Ja man. With the Jimny driving around the obstacle, Nino follows me, but opts for the higher line out of harm's way. TM follow the same line in his rear-locked Hummer, but push it further right on the dangerous and slippery slope. Renier decides to go straight, where the big rock might hang him up on the rear. It's a scenic part of the trail, where we cross huge rock and a lot of water. I recently lost handbrake function through mud and water, and prefer to avoid mud if I can. That topic raises a good conversation as we travel towards the river.
The damage you can see with bushes and all of that stuff, you'll see the damage only later.
Yeah, I think it's good practice. Any water or mud you drive, always check the diff oil and take off the wheels and clean it out properly. That's the only way, but you can still get damage.
I'll tell you what, if I can go around it, I will.
That's what the smart guys do.
Yeah.
Will be part to it, Mikey.
No, sorry, just having loose GoPro issues.
And no scope, bro.
Just for the convoy to know why the cruiser is going so well. I got a party control, something in front here in the car, so just make a huge difference.
I thought it's because you got a Suzuki engine in.
I got a Suzuki teacup.
We reach the river, where we have a huge playground awaiting us. This obstacle got huge crossover holes on a steep incline, and it surely brings a big challenge to even fully locked vehicles.
Yeah, this one's a bastard, eh?
That's a killer.
This one's a bastard. I'm going to try and go up the right-hand line. I've done it before, and I think I stayed on the right. I think.
And I think he went on the left.
My wife says I went on the left, but I think I went right.
Taking us back, right? Back to
Yeah, we're going along the river. We're just playing now.
Oh, okay.
Up and down Wallikies, and so if you don't want to do this one, there's another one, another one, another one. There's a million of them. But this is a tricky one. For lockers you can do it no problem.
I think I recall I've been up here.
This one's a bastard. This one is a shithead.
I can't remember. No, it wasn't. It was right. I think the other ones did right. Woohoo!
Taking higher ground on the right, with lots of throttle, the 80 makes it up eventually.
This one's a bugger to go down. It's very, very washed out since the last time I drove it. Very washed out. In fact, on 33s you're going to struggle to come down here. It's just going to diff out the whole way. I'm diffing on 35s and I'm on the diff. You can hear that.
Yeah.
You won't see it from the footage, but I'm dragging the diff in the sand.
Company, I need a pluk here.
Where are you?
Coming down.
Coming down. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm on my way.
Is he? Do you think he's bottomed out?
Yeah. Says 33s. You're gonna be on your diff the whole time.
Well, I'm stuck here on a downhill, slight downhill, but a lot of erosion, and the track's just, it's like gutters. It's so deep, I'm lying on my diff, so I'm stuck downhill. So Anta's got a little strap there in front. He's gonna give me a slight all good, but he's gonna give me a slight blicky, and then I should be going fine. Oops, I just fell there. So in a case like this, I'm going to put it in neutral. I don't want my wheels to get traction all of a sudden, or alternatively, it's the same thing when it's not running and I'm going to move down, and then all of a sudden there's going to be grip. So I think I'm going to I'm going to keep it in neutral until I feel the car's rolling free. Then I'll put it in gear. It's going to give less strain on my drivetrain. But right now, I'm stuck. You can go, slightly, go, nearly there. There we go. Now.
Damage.
It's a cruiser, hy damage.
A guy's still playing back there. Sorry, I didn't mean to drive off and leave everybody.
Rejoin you guys.
We want to get the Hummer down there. Can he go down further? Is the entrance further in the river?
There will be.
Just go a little bit further, yeah.
Very hard. Lock her off. Lock her off.
Left now.
More left. All the way left.
Okay, someone come to my front.
Now I can see where it is. Just go all the way left. But you're only turning slightly left.
Fully.
Full lock. Full
That's
lock.
how big the hole is. He's right there. Alex is right under your car.
Like that. Perfect.
Here we go.
Keep
Straight,
on that
go,
line,
go,
just
go,
like
go.
that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Keep left, keep left.
Perfect.
Jose, straight now. You
Now
out.
you can look right, but don't turn right. Now look where you were going.
They shouldn't come down. They're going to bottom out.
For me, that is a safer option.
But with your locker, this is the question, wouldn't it be not a problem? I mean,
No, you're still going to lift.
and if you lift, you haven't got the traction
No, you still have the traction.
with one wheel.
Yeah.
And so you could be able to do it.
That one is more difficult. You've
This
got
is
a
an easy one.
from a turn, step, then a straight face with a few steps. It's not as easy as just drive up. It's a difficult obstacle. This.
Any of these is
Yep.
is tricky
For me, I just always take the line where 4 wheels are on the ground,
as far as possible.
as far as
Even
possible.
though you don't need to.
I don't need to, but that's just the way I drive.
Oh, that's how we generally
Supposed to drive.
So for me, that is 1 wheel up and you slide, you could
So
have
where
damage.
I went there.
Yeah, you were very
I
close
was
to this side
Right
of it.
on the, I was scraping the bottom because I wanted to keep all 4 wheels on the ground. Because you go on left and it's going to go
Yeah, no, that's what he did.
Yappy style.
Hello.
What is that?
Hello, doggies.
What is that?
We came to Moegatle, first of all, to relax and unwind our weekly stresses. We had the 4 huge Hummer H3s and the little Jimny with us this weekend. Each vehicle had its strong and weak points. If we look back, the open axle vehicles had the necessary clearance, but the lack of lockers made it impossible to make an impression on the Waterfall Rock obstacle. With open axles, the power went to the wheel with the most weight on the ground and eventually end up spinning on one wheel. This made us spin out on one wheel, leaving us going nowhere but down. With lockers or without lockers remain a big question in the mind. Does it take the fun out of one's driving? Do lockers make it too easy and kill the fun factor in the end? Comment down below what you think, as we surely need some guidance on the locker issue. On our way back to the camp, we're looking forward to a heated debate and a good braai.
Do we go lockers? Rear locker or front locker or what?
If you've got it, use them. Install them and use them.
Why do you say that?
It's just so much easier. Less stress on the car, on the components, slower and more controlled.
Okay, so we were out of control today. We went too fast. Is that what you're saying?
I think so, yes.
Oh.
Well, at least you would.
Why?
No, you just not right. You like to the small pedal. Especially when you're at the top and you're leaving the obstacle.
If we had lockers today, what would be the difference?
Let me ask you this. If you had them, would you always use them?
Most.
No.
And if you don't have them, is there certain obstacles you can't do?
Yes. Like the waterfall.
Because you don't have...
The waterfall today
Exactly.
on that stone, if I had a locker, I would have gotten traction on my front right wheel and I would have been up.
Because if you're going to say lockers, yeah, you can go up easy, why do you have 35s on your car?
Hey.
Put 31s on, like they came out.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question. There was a little dongaiki, a little hut, a little hole. I think you were right behind me. And I went through this thing. Why didn't you follow me? You had a locker. Ah, sorry, you had two lockers.
Yeah, I had 2 side steps as well, did you forget?
Why didn't you put
one? You wanted to keep.
No, I was actually in line to follow you.
So
And
why
then
didn't you?
when you went through, your body touched on the, and I said, I'm not going to damage my car now.
But I didn't damage my car, have a look.
No, you didn't. But the lift that you have compared to mine is what, half a meter with your big
No,
tires
it's the
and
side
your
steps
white
on
one.
yours that are the problem.
That's why I didn't go. And I actually wanted to tell you, I should have, because when he came through, his line was different and he had about this much clearance between the body and the
Yes,
sidewalls.
because I went the more
Yeah.
difficult side of it.
So you chose a bad line.
No, I went to tease it. I really wanted to.
Yeah,
lean
that's
a
the only
little bit.
reason I didn't follow you, because I saw you were on the body.
But you had lockers.
But I had side steps.
And I think
But
another
you
thing.
could take a better line.
That first little
Okay, I
little
don't do
operated
this
when
every
we got
week.
back into the river. If you had lockers there, you wouldn't be able to make it.
Where?
You don't think?
No, because you know you've got open diffs, so you take it with the right momentum to get over an obstacle. As soon as you had lockers, you would get stuck on the underside, definitely. And that's a thing that people with lockers do. I had lockers in my previous Jimny, You try and take things slower because you're thinking you're saving your car, but at the end of the day, momentum is always your friend as well to get you out on difficult obstacles. And I think with the type of obstacles you guys were driving today, that momentum is going to go away because you can take it a bit easier. And with a front and a rear locker engaged, everything just keeps on climbing, and things can go wrong quicker with a locker than without lockers. Before you get in a dangerous situation, you lose traction and your car stands still. If you've got lockers engaged in the wrong situation, you're going to keep on climbing.
That is a good point, and that maybe links to the other thing that Yapi was saying is if you have twin locks, I would take on some obstacles I wouldn't normally take on, because I know I need lockers for that, and aggressive, tough stuff. Did you find that at all? With lockers, you're willing to take on much harder obstacles because you know with a locker I can get out of this.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I drive without the lockers, and I've got more confidence to take on the obstacle because I know if I'm going to get stuck in the middle of it, I can get out. I can switch on a rear or a front locker. I can change my line and I can drive out. It gives you that bit of confidence or backup power, knowledge in the back of your head to say, I can try it.
So right now, I'm taking risk. Are you in agreement?
Yes, you are taking risk.
And my car got some protection, and you can go have a look there. The protection to the
damage, yes.
Not the car.
Correct.
But I'm on the edge. Now, if I would have twin locked vehicle, cruiser like that, to have the same fun level I am at, where am I going to? Not what the normal Opel's going to drive.
What we're saying is we might put our cars on the roofs.
No, definitely.
So here's the thing, where are we at?
Depends on your appetite for risk. I enjoy having a locker in my car. I mean, more than anything, for the reason that I want to drive my car back home when I get out of here. Any situation that has differential traction on the same axle, and you have one wheel spinning and so forth, you can be assured that it is stressing your drivetrain one way or another. I honestly, yeah, I don't want to come out of here, calling tough stuff on the back of a truck and, carrying a differential, or a side shaft. So, for me, it depends where your boundary is, where your borderline is. For me, it's fun, yes, and I still have fun, and I still feel a sense of achievement if I've gone through an obstacle with the lockers, because then I actually revere the technical capabilities of a car. I mean, otherwise, if we are going to, for lack of a better word, bash lockers, hey, why don't we go back to carburetors?
The whole thing here is, it's not about bashing. Okay. You definitely got a different driving style with the vehicle that's open axle and one that's got lockers front and rear.
What I would say is don't put lockers, because you don't want lockers, and you put lockers and do the obstacles that you can't do because you have lockers now, but you should never put lockers.
Good point.
Good one. Okay.
Nothing to debate.
And he will rescue
If we take a vote now and everybody says put lockers, and you put lockers, you're not going to enjoy them. Don't debate it. You don't want them, don't put them.
Next time some.
The way he enjoyed it, he enjoys his, I enjoys mine.
Okay, that's you decided for Anthony now. You haven't asked him.
No, because I know already it's in his bedroom, under his bed.
It's there.
And I know there's obstacles he wants to do that
Why
he
do you
can't
think
now.
he never fitted it yet?
He's always fixing
He was waiting for this conversation.
Here's the conversation, and they
We were
just told
literally-
me. They just told me.
We're waiting for this conversation, and we're actually thinking through it. So we're actually going, do I do it or no, do I don't? If I do it, we become so capable that we might end up putting our car out from trying something. The other thing
You
is,
know what's
maybe
gonna happen?
Maybe I just spare my drivetrain. Maybe I have more fun with less damage. I don't know.
So back to the road. Put front lockers, go up the mountain, up the fountain, come back down and put the back lockers in the next week. Just because you have them.
I think, Anthony, you, from what I've picked up here, I think you are more open to maintaining your driving style, but perhaps adding a little bit of locker spice.
Yeah.
I think you are more open to it.
I knew that.
I don't think he is.
I would make it up if I pushed the front locker on that thing. I know that I would make it up. Could feel the traction in the back. I could see that my front wheel was standing dead still on the right. If I just had that little bit of, look, I can air down to 0.4 of a bar, and I probably would have gotten up, but they're putting so much strain on just 2 axles or 1 rear axle. I'm a bit worried. With a locker, you're spreading that amount of stress and strain over the pair of axles.
The whole, yeah, front
and the drivetrain shares that load. So maybe front locker. Viewers, we're going to have to find out from our viewers.
Here's the thing. We
You
didn't
guys
get
made
the
the
conclusive
decision now on lockers. So go front lockers. What's your next decision going to be? Are you going to be cutting off the roof and putting in a roll bar? Where's this going to end?
You see, now we didn't get the conclusive answers.
Can we delete them out?
They gave different answers to both of us.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask the viewers to come back and comment
us what
below
you
in the
think.
comment section in the video and tell us what you think, because I don't believe the viewers saw anyway, or are going to see what you saw on track, that I'm a hooligan. I'm not a hooligan, man. I just enjoyed it. And
Everyone's laughing.
We are all laughing.
but
I think the viewers will.
ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe, please like the videos, and comment below about the lockers. Should we fit lockers, or Anthony fit lockers, or myself?
And front or rear or both. Give us some input.
Or are we
Tell
going
us
to
what
throw
you
away the fun factor? Here we go. Tell us, let us know.
I don't think it's about throwing away the fun factor. Only the fun factor for you. But you're lacking in fun factor currently. That's why you want him.
You haven't seen him. He's a cowboy. He's the cowboy, not me. What? Yes.
Not based on what we saw today.
No. What?
Let the witnesses speak.
Okay. I'm quiet now. I'm gonna listen to the viewers. I'm not gonna listen to anybody else.
We'd love to know. Give us your input on down at the comments underneath, and then
But I think
we read them all.
I think until we get the comments, let's go fry.
Butter makes everything better.
Okay.
Look at that. The butter.
Look out for the next episode to see where our next adventure takes us. It's a level 5 grading track we attempt, and we got the 2 most capable Suzuki Jimny drivers with us. It's a very scenic route on a very special destination. Please make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to be informed when we release that episode, as you would not want to miss that one. Until next time, be a freed soul and be safe. If you like our videos and would like to be associated with our production, contact us for sponsorship on 079 937 665.